Hello and welcome back. Now in my list today I have a mixed selection of watches, however all of them had to pass at least one of the two criteria. So first, the deals at the time of recording this video had to be one of the best or the best I've seen in months or ever, and the second criteria, it had to be a new model or a very recent update that was released in the last few weeks. In terms of styles, well, a bit of everything really, however, I think we've seen too many so-called Gada watches lately, so I try to mix it up a bit with some divers and dress-style timepieces too, so hopefully something for everyone. Now, 11/11 sale used to be and arguably still is the biggest sale event of the year, however it looks like AliExpress doesn't want to be outdone by other platforms and now fully participating in Black Friday sale too. And again, not to be outdone, AliExpress stretched that Black Friday event from the 22nd of November all the way to the 3rd of December. Now, it all sounds fine and dandy, however the prices, while much aggressive at the start of the sale, tend to creep up as sellers run low on stock. So basically, if you see a great deal and it is something you want, well, buy it, lock it in. And with most product listings these days covered by AliExpress 2 weeks return policy, which by the way is enforced by AliExpress, irrespective if seller likes it or not, there is much more peace of mind for the buyers when purchasing from this platform. And another tip, while I did search high and low for the best deals possible here, I still encourage you to shop around so you can take a full advantage of the best prices and discounts where available. And of course, all the links to the products in this list will be in the description of this video. And for full transparency, those are affiliate links which, without costing you anything extra, might generate a small commission on some qualifying purchases, which of course will contribute to supporting this channel so I can continue, hopefully, to bring you as much useful content as I possibly can. So really appreciate it and thank you very much in advance. Right, and now without any further ado, let's go over this list. So first we have this stainless steel sport watch from Watchdives. My guess is that following the popularity of this recent San Martin watch, Watchdives released something to some degree very similar yet still quite distinctly unique. However, the most noticeable difference here is the price, which is about half of San Martin's watch. Okay, we are not getting here Miyota 9000 series movement and San Martin's new on-the-fly adjustment clasp. However, to counter that, Watchdives gives us more flexibility and offer this timepiece with or without date complication, which I'm sure at least some of you will absolutely love. Also, we get here Watchdives' new logo, and at least judging by the product pictures, the finishing is very decent too. I reviewed a number of Watchdives watches recently, and the build quality that I've seen so far is very good. Now, this is a fairly recent release from THORN, and for a change it is a diver to a considerably more expensive Seiko diver that this watch is homaging. I also like the bracelet, it is quite unusual but looks quite interesting too. We do get good proportions on this diver, 40mm diameter and 47.8mm lug-to-lug distance, so a very versatile timepiece. Okay, if you've been following CADISEN brand in the last few years, then this dress watch powered by Miyota Premium 9000 movement most likely needs no introduction. And you probably also can guess why it is on my list. It is because of this seriously crazy deal. Pricing the watch about the same as the price of the premium Miyota movement that powers it, well, kind of defies the laws of commerce. So, if you ever considered this really well executed watch, well, now is probably the time to get it. And you probably might have guessed the reason for this pilot being on this list too. Yes, the crazy price. Powered by iconic Seagull ST19 mechanical chronograph movement, this is a seriously good deal. And by the way, it looks like the 38mm Sapphire crystal option on the NATO style strap is priced the best, and that would be the version that I would recommend. Now, I only recently reviewed the San Martin skin diver, and at the normal price of $139 it looked already very attractive, so needless to say that now discounted all the way down to $95, this is the deal that you don't want to miss if you are interested in this watch. I will of course link the full review in the description of this video. Now, this is a very recent release from SEESTERN, and I think it looks fantastic. And this is one of those cases where each colorway looks really good in its own right. SEESTERN was teasing this release on their Instagram for weeks, and now it is finally available on AliExpress with all the discounts and good Black Friday price. It is of course a GMT watch which is powered by an H34 caliber, and based on my experience with SEESTERN and Sargis watches, which is its sister brand, there is always good build quality and very good attention to detail. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, I think it looks great too. This is another watch I reviewed recently, and the reason it is on this list is again a very sharp price, which was set at the time of introduction of this timepiece at around $230 if I'm not mistaken, and so the Black Friday deal of $178 represents a great value. And by the way, this homage to JP Laureato has excellent build quality and finishing, powered by PT5000 movement, which is based on the architecture of the Swiss ETA 2824 caliber. This is a really well put together timepiece. I will leave a link to my full review in the description of this video. Now, this is a bit of a wild card in this list, however, before you start hitting that skip forward button because you just read the brand name, FARASUTE or FARASUTE, well, allow me a few seconds because I think these guys have a bunch of interesting designs that do deserve at very least to be noticed. So, for example, this watch, not only it looks like a homage to a very recent Patek Cubitus, this watch actually also more compact and more wearable at 38mm case size, and it is also powered by Miyota 9000 series movement with quite well decorated rotor at that, something we don't see very often. Okay, it is a bit strange that a brand that can come up with such interesting designs cannot find a more suitable name for themselves. However, it is probably not as strange judging by some naming fiascos coming from China that we've seen recently. Hopefully these guys will consider reviewing their branding because their designs definitely stand out. And here is another homage that hardly needs any introduction. This time Specht& Sohne as a brand name sounds considerably more marketable, although I'm sure people who speak German might still find it somewhat amusing. Needless to say, the watch looks good, we have a bunch of different colorways on offer, premium materials of course, sapphire crystal, full stainless steel construction and Japanese Seiko NH35 in the back. And, well, the main reason it is on my list of course is the price, a seriously good deal for such a well-spec'd watch. And here is another diver from Saint Martin that made a lot of splashes in watch community a couple of years ago, because at the point of introduction it was priced over $500. And I've got to give it to Saint Martin, they are proving to be very agile in their product pricing and market segmentation strategy. Judging by the product pictures, we're actually getting here an even more refined bracelet, which was already good to start with. We're also getting here an updated clasp, which is an improvement on the previous version, and all this for less than half the original price. Okay, Saint Martin also replaced Swiss Sellita SW200 movement with Japanese Seiko NH35 here, which of course is the main cost-cutting measure. However, personally I think it is a right move because it makes this absolutely stunning homage much more accessible. What do you think? Well, do let us know in the comments. And for more recommendations and reviews, check out my playlist. I'll put the link on the screen over here. Don't forget to like and of course subscribe. Thank you for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next video.